Welcome to a Farming Simulator 19 assistance video with me, MrSealyp. It's test time, another one. Just to spread confusion and panic amongst the regular viewers amongst you, I'm not on field 19. I know, shock, horror, gasp. I'm over at field 15. There's a reason. I'm testing out to see whether or not the 6-metre spreading unit that you can get on the Braydale K105 and K165 fertiliser, or spreaders generally, it's not just fertiliser anymore because you can do lime as well. Is this unit worth it? If you buy the standard unit, it's got a 12-metre spread on the discs. If you had the 6-metre spreading unit here, it takes it out to 18 metres. Now, as of the update, I better mention this as well. If we go into this menu here and go across to fertilising technology, there we go at the bottom. When I was looking at this before the update, if you can put extensions on, which is fine. It starts off at 15,000 litres, and you put the extension boards on. This one takes it to 18,950 litres. If you go to spreading discs, it says 12 metres. Before the update, if you clicked on 6-metre spreading unit, it still said 12 metres. And I asked the question on one of my Let's Plays, and loads of people came back and said, yes, it definitely makes a difference. As of the update, it now says 18 metres, so it makes a difference of 6 metres. But I've heard all sorts of other strange rumours around the use of this piece of equipment. Now, to add the 6-metre spreading unit, it's a cost of £8,000, euros or dollars on top of the cost of it, unless you're going to lease it, of course, which that will affect the price. So is it worth it? Does it make that much of a difference? Well, the obvious thing is, if it spreads at 18 metres rather than 12, it's going to save you time. But the weird thing is, and this is why I'm testing it, I've had people telling me that it spreads over a wider distance and you get done much quicker, but it uses less than this does. Now, surely if you're going to lime the field, whether you're doing a wide spread or a narrow spread, you're going to use the same amount of lime to cover that field. It's just going to take you longer doing it with this one than this one. So that's what I'm going to test. Is it going to use the same amount of lime? If it does use the same amount of lime, then yes, this is going to save you time. Is £8,000, euros or dollars worth it, or do you mind just putting in a bit of extra time to do it? If it turns out that this uses less lime or fertiliser, because this will do fertiliser as well, then it could well be worth it. That's what I'm testing anyway, so I thought we'd give it a go. I've got the Deutz-Fahr 9340 TTV, 336 horsepower with wide tyres on. I just thought I'd mention it because I'm sure normally if I don't, someone will say what one is it, what are you using, where did you find it, that kind of thing. In the mod hub, the 7 series came up on Thursday, was it, I think. Now I've got to get this right. I don't want to waste any. I'm thinking about here might be about right. I'm going to hire a worker to try and keep it consistent. If I'm out a little bit, then I might need to change it. But that looks about right to me. That's it, spot on. Okay, I didn't fill them up to capacity, 18,950. I filled each one to 18,000 litres. Simply because it will make it easy to do the maths at the end. There will be a bit of maths, but don't worry, it's fine. It'll be okay. To fill up one of those to 18,000 litres, I used the pallets, big bags, whatever you want to call them, and it was £450, euros or dollars for 2,000 litres. So to fill up that entire spreader cost 4,050 in this case euros. So 4,050 to fill it up. That's not bad. I'm now hoping it's going to cover this field. The reason I came over to field 15 was because it needed lime. That said, I could have done this test with fertiliser. It didn't have to be with lime, but I thought I would, I thought I would test it with lime. I don't know why. It's nice visually. It looks, I don't know. Anyway, so as you can see, It's spreading away quite happily. I really do hope this doesn't run out. The other way of doing it, to make sure no, that might not work. I was just thinking, if it does run out, it'll be a case of then running the test again with the next one, and then asking the question, did it do more of the field? That's going to be in the way, isn't it? Of course it is. Hang on, I'll let this continue. I'll see you in a minute. Hopefully when it's done, all the spray is empty, but I'll just shift this out of the way and we'll get this finished. And there we are, done. There is some maths to do. So it's used 9,000. Is that right? Yes, 9,291. I'll do the maths on that. We'll work out 8,709 litres left. So that will come up on the screen. Now, that's how much this used. So what I'm going to do now, reset the test, switch over and use the 6 metre spreader unit. We'll do it again and see if it uses more or less. It should use the same, but we'll see. I'm intrigued. Right, so test 2 is ready to go. Same tractor, identical spreader, identical size, identical amount in it. Only difference is the 6 metre spreading unit, which I'm going to open up now. I need to try and get this right. I don't want to waste any of the sides, so this might mean a little bit of adjustment, but I'm thinking about there, I don't know. All I can do is start it off and see how we get on. That's about right. You can already see the difference in width. That's fine. It's gone from 12 to 18 metres of actual spread. Now this obviously is only testing the lime. My extrapolation from this is, if the spreading unit on this spreader does make any difference in the amount or anything like that, that it would carry over to fertiliser. That is an assumption. I'm extrapolating from the information I'm gathering here. That could be wrong, but I'm testing it on lime. And we'll see. I mean, that's all I can do. I decided to use a worker simply because it keeps any inconsistencies consistent, if that makes sense. It will always do a slight overlap, but that overlap will always be consistent. If I did it myself and I got it slightly off or slightly wrong, my inconsistency wouldn't be consistent. I know that's a weird way of looking at it, but that's kind of why I've gone for using a worker anyway. It makes sense in my head. Just hope this turns around alright without hitting trees or anything. Okay, test complete, and I can already tell you, just by looking at those figures, people are right. I'm absolutely gobsmacked by that. I didn't think it would be possible. In my head, you just think, well, surely it uses the same amount of lime. It must do. To cover that field will take X amount of lime. This is obviously a far more efficient way of doing it using the spreading unit. I've got 12,001 litres left. The previous test we had 8,704 left. So the previous test we used 9,291 litres. On this test we've used just under 6,000 litres. That's a difference of 3,000. Just over 3,000 litres different on this one field. So, again, my advice, for what it's worth, yeah, get the spreader unit. It may cost you 8,000 initially when you first buy it, but you're going to make that money back. That's on this field. If you do it on a bigger field, you're going to be using far less on a bigger field. It will obviously extend up or scale down depending on how you look at it. That's incredible. Yeah, 3,000 litres less by using the 6 metre spreading unit. So I know what I'm going to be doing on my Let's Plays if I ever get one of these, or when I get one of these. I've got one on Felsburn, haven't I, on my Let's Play on this map. I'm going to invest in the spreader unit. That is going to save me money in the long run. Well, there you go. Another test successfully completed. I'm happy with that. If you're not sure about fertiliser and you're wondering whether it will do the same on that, go away and test it. Have a go. I know it works on lime, and that's absolutely fantastic. So, on that quite positive result, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.